Winner, $5, Walter.
Well, we're going to see some more of the call-ups here in this game. That is Jay Payton, about 20 or more pounds lighter than when the last time we saw him. And Payton's in left field with Tony Phillips coming out of the ball game. Matt Franco will play at first base, so John Olerud is out of the game, going 0 for 3 and 3 fly ball outs, including the great Finley catch. And Mel Rojas is pitching.
Rojas 5-2 in the year, but he has blown 4 saves while picking up 2. And he'll work to the bottom of the batting order as he comes in as the 3rd pitcher for the Mets.
Rojas has not worked since the 27th against San Francisco. Worked an inning and a third, then run on a hit. Bob Apodaca and Bobby Valentine. Now, we mentioned the Mets have played a lot of games here, going back to the homestand and the 3 doubleheaders in 1 week without a day off, coming to the West Coast. They've not had a day off here. So Bobby Valentine making some moves here to maybe rest a couple of the starters in this ball game.
It's a good idea. It's a 4-run ball game, but the guys with whom Bobby replaced certainly good offensive players in Franco and Payton.
Rojas working to Chris Gomez, who doubled and scored in the 4th inning. 1 for 2 for Gomez, an 11-game hit streak for him. There's Olerud sitting. 0 for 3 will drop his average down a couple of points. Started at 344. Fouled off by Gomez. 2-1.
Major League Baseball schedule is grueling, as everybody knows, but it's been particularly grueling for the Mets this year because of all the rainouts early in the season and all the doubleheaders late in the year, particularly the last 5 weeks.
2-1 delivery by Rojas, down to third, fair ball. That'll go into the corner. Gomez on his way to second. It gets by Jay Payton, but it won't cost an extra base. So consecutive doubles in at-bats by Gomez. He's on here in the 6th inning.
Not trying to find anything encouraging in something bad that happened with the Mets, but what is encouraging was after Jay Payton bobbled that ball down in the corner, he threw a P to third base.
He had a tremendous start on a career in baseball and then had several arm operations the same time as Todd Hundley, and he did throw the ball well.
All the way to third on the fly.
Yeah. That is a great sign because he has had 2 years he has led minor league teams in hitting.
He can flat hit, no question about that.
Stan Spencer, the pitcher. Mets rotating, and he popped that one up. Rojas lets it go. Piazza gonna find it and just gets the out, and Spencer just learned a lesson. Stan Spencer did not run to first base. Thought that ball was going to be caught. If he had taken off, he would have been safe.
Well, they botch up the play here, but not running the ball from the beginning, running it out. They do get the sacrifice and the out, but it could have been much worse.
Yeah, if there were a force play, a pitcher would allow that ball to drop intentionally, but this was not intentional. As Rojas, you see Stan Spencer running hard late, but normally pitchers do not run bunts out. You try to get it down, but in that particular situation, he would have been on first base had he run just quasi hard.
Gomez did not move up. He's still at second base.
Yeah, that's right. He didn't move up. He thought the ball was going to be caught.
Well, you can understand that.
No sacrifice.
Yeah, no sacrifice. But I mean, you can understand from Gomez's standpoint, he thinks the ball is going to be caught. He can't be halfway and then go to third.
Oh, yeah, he had to play it that way.
Yeah, if he's halfway and goes to third, the play might be at third.
Yeah.
So
I think Rojas intentionally let that go.
Well, if he did, it's a bad play.
No, why? Because I think he could have made that catch easily. Pitch is taken down low for a ball.
I'll tell you, I thought that initially, Gary, but then on the replay, it looked like Piazza was close enough to him to where Mel thought he may have had a play on it and then let it drop.
It looked like Rojas pulled off the play, and he might have heard Piazza say, I got it.
Maybe.
Runner in scoring position, one down. Gilby Veras has got an RBI in the game, takes that one.
Well, here it is again, and Rojas looked like he pulled off the play. And Piazza makes the out at first base.
Nice recovery by Mike Piazza.
I don't think Mike could have caught that ball.
I don't either, but as Gary said, Mike may have been calling for it, thinking it was closer, and then when they converged, that's when the mix-up came. But clearly, you're right. Had Spencer been running, he's safe at first.
One down. Runner remains at second base. Gilby Veras got his RBI and a sac fly. He has walked and also struck out. Veras at 274 on the year. Got a chance for an RBI with a 5-1 lead for the Padres here in the 6th inning. Rojas misses inside. And Veras is ahead on the count, 3 balls and 1 strike, with Tony Gwynn up next. Talking about there's Blair up for the 2nd time. Jay Payton hit 261 this year in a AAA ball. He got 318 at bats in. He got some at bats once he finally got healthy. Rojas takes a little too long, and stepping out, Gilby Veras. 6 hits now for the Padres, including the 2 doubles that have been picked up by Gomez in the game. Veras is noticeably perturbed here at the time Rojas is taking. "3-1. Fouls it back, and a 3-2 count. And another roller coaster year for Mel Rojas for the Mets. One stage, 3 or 4 weeks midway through, it looked like he was back. Wasn't giving up the long ball anymore. Was getting ground balls, throwing the split-fingered pitch for strikes, and then he went the other way again. 3-2 count here. And another foul ball. Against Rojas, left-handers are hitting only .202 off him. Right-handers, though, are hitting .368. Numbers a year ago compared to this season. ERA almost a run higher. 3-2. The reason Rojas has wins this season is that he's had opportunities because he's ended up giving up runs, so his ERA has gone up, but the Mets have been the comeback team we talked about, so they've come back and won those games.
Yeah, the numbers can be so deceiving, and they are with Mel Rojas. Only 6 home runs given up all year, but it seems like all were important home runs.
3-ball, 2-strike count. Gilby Veras has fouled off 2. That one to short. Ray Ordonez, the high hop throw is scooped out by Franco. Gomez moves over to third base. 2 down with Gwynn coming up. Fans Gensana is the all-natural energizer. Find the energy. Feel your Gensana. Three times up, 3 times on. A double, a single, and a walk for Tony Gwynn. .318 with runners in scoring position for him this year. Always one of the league leaders in that department. That one's another one. Base hit. RBI for Tony Gwynn, who's 3 for 3. .6-1 Padres. And Gwynn's going to come out of the game.
That 18-day layoff really affected Tony Gwynn.
It hurt him a lot. He's an amazing man.
Number 21, third baseman, Ken Caminiti.
Fastball right down the pipe. And another hit for Gwynn.
Ken Caminiti. Rivera, the pinch runner at first. And the strike taken. Caminiti's 0 for 3 with 3 fly ball outs. So Tony Gwynn, missing 18 games, took live batting practice once. That was last week. Comes back and goes 3 for 3 and a walk. Rivera back to first base. Padres now 6 runs and 7 hits. Foul back as Rojas jammed him. Ralph was talking earlier about the team numbers on the Padres. While their team batting average has not been very high at all, 12th, what they have done is reach 7th in runs in the league. When they've gotten people on, they've gotten them home. They come up with key hits. He is certainly one of the reasons why. 2-strike count. 1 and 2. Padres had gone into a brief hitting slump about 10 days ago. Their offense kind of fell off for about 4 games. Base runner goes, swung on and missed. So Rojas gets the strikeout against Caminiti, but a run in on the RBI single by Tony Gwynn extends the lead. Back after this from White Castle.
Right now, get a Crave Quip Magnet free when you buy a sack of 10 delicious White Castle burgers. It's the taste some crave so much, they refuse to settle for anything else. The steam grilled taste of White Castle. Make sure to bring enough for everyone.
What you want is a great selection of America's best-selling cars. What you need is Ford's factory-authorized clearance, going on now at your Tri-State Quality Ford store. Because during Ford's factory-authorized clearance, you can get low, zero non-financing or $1,000 cash back on Ford Escort and Contour. What you want is the best car. What you need is low, zero non-financing or $1,000 cash back. And what you need is to hurry. Ford's factory-authorized clearance ends soon. Visit your Tri-State Quality Ford store now.
I'd like a wireless phone.
Come here. Free phone if you sign up today, plus a zillion free minutes. Off peak only, after a monthly service charge, which I change at will.
Sign here. What's this?
You're indebted to me forever, yada, yada, yada.
A contract?
Don't do it. Don't do it.
At OmniPoint, we have no contract to sign and no hidden charges. So there's nothing to be afraid of.
Look, I'm going to let you keep your firstborn.
OmniPoint. Clear sound. Straight deal.
Get a $129 Siemens digital phone for just $49.
This man's home is his hassle.
Look at this, my 2 little princesses. Give me a son.
To rest them.
Coming this fall to UPN 9.
Padres have the 6-1 lead as you look at the line score through 6. Toms River, New Jersey, of course, their Little League team, number 1 in the world. And, of course, New York Met L. Leiter was born in Toms River, New Jersey.
Hi, I'm Al Leiter with the New York Mets, and I want to congratulate the Toms River Little League for winning the Little League World Championship. Way to go, guys. And as most people know, maybe not most people know, but I'm from the Ocean County area, and I was born in Toms River, and it was a thrill for me to watch you guys win, and congratulations, and good luck in the future.
Nice touch, huh?
Yeah.
Wonderful thing for the kids.
I understand they have a grueling schedule now. They're going to be on Letterman, going to be on the Today Show, and really make the circuit.
Rosie O'Donnell.
Rosie O'Donnell, what a thrill.
2-strike count. McRae also liked one of the comments the parents who were in charge of raising money and also overseeing what the kids are doing now made the point to say it will not interfere with school. We are not going to let this thing
You want to bet?
Go too far.
How about
pitches inside?
How about this trivia question? Who was the first little leaguer to get into the major leagues?
First Little League world champion?
Well,
world champion or just
Little League ball, yeah.
Don't know.
Joey J. Pitcher.
Milwaukee, right?
Yeah.
He pitched with Spawn and Burdette. That one deep to right field, and McRae's got himself a home run. Goodbye, Brian McRae. So the Mets have used the long ball to account for both of their runs. First Alfonso, now McRae.
With the unusual humidity here in Southern California, we talked about it earlier in the broadcast, that has caused the balls to just shoot out of these ballparks. We saw it up in LA, and now down here in San Diego, 120 miles south. That ball way out of here to right center field. Home run number 20 on the year for McRae.
And his 19th home run hitting left-handed.
That ball, a low fastball. Watch him release the top hand.
And it is a 6-2 game as Stan Spencer has given up 4 hits, and 2 of them have been homers. The other 2 singles by Harris and Baerga. Here is Lenny Harris. 6-2 now with a run in here in the 7th inning for the Mets. Lenny Harris singled his last time up, 1 for 2. Each home run Brian McRae hits is a new career high. 17 had been Brian McRae's career high prior to this year.
And speaking of home runs, in case you just tuned in, McGuire hit 2 today and now has 57. Sosa hit none.
Cubs did win their game today, and Maselli's up in the bullpen. 2-1 delivery. That one hit hard. Finley, long way to go for this one, and he won't get there. One hop off the top of the wall. Harris will come into second base with a stand-up double.
And that double, I would imagine, has run Stan Spencer. Michelli is loose in the bullpen, and this very, very difficult Padre bullpen. We mentioned it earlier. 165-0 dating back to the middle of 1996 with a lead after 8. And Lenny Harris doubles. Still nobody out, and I'm sure Spencer's gone.
Crowd already applauding for Spencer, though. 29-year-old rookie. First start was against Philadelphia. Won the game. Worked 6 innings there. He'll come out here to a great hand. First time he's pitched in San Diego.
Well, a great job. He did as well as you can expect.
And he could win his 2nd major league game. This call to the bullpen brought to you by OmniPoint.
Number 33, Dan Maselli.
Fun yet? Then get to Nobody Beats the Wiz for our Labor Day sale. Buy the fun stuff you want and get more fun stuff, like special offers, tickets to games, Madison Square Garden, Radio City Music Hall with select purchases. See newspaper for details. Nobody Beats the Wiz, a Cablevision company.
Spencer will wait and see if his 2nd major league win will come here tonight. 6+ innings, 5 hits, a walk, and 5 strikeouts. 2 home runs off him, Alfonso and McRae, but they were solo shots. Dan Maselli, 27-year-old right-handed veteran, picked up from Detroit. And he's outside to Carlos Baerga.
Former National League experience with the Pittsburgh Pirates, and he has just been extraordinary. 3-0 here at Jack Murphy Stadium. He has gone 20 straight relief appearances without yielding a run. 20.
Baerga on the chopper to first base. Sweeney will make the flip. Maselli covers. That is the first out. Over to third base goes Lenny Harris.
Sometimes it takes a young man who throws hard a while to corral his ability. Michelli, a wild, hard thrower with Pittsburgh. He went over to Detroit, and since coming to the Padres, he was ripe for a guy like Dave Stewart to take care of and tell him a few things that all of a sudden, bingo, the lights go on, and he's a good pitcher.
Yeah, he was drafted as, I should say, he was signed as a non-drafted free agent.
Ray Ordonez, strike one.
And born in Newark, New Jersey.
Funny how Major League Baseball works sometimes. Sometimes other organizations prepare players for other organizations. You can make a case that Pittsburgh and Detroit prepared Dan Michelli in one way or another for his good performance with the San Diego Padres.
Dave Stewart has had an impact on this
Absolutely.
team. Boy,
Absolutely. No question. Just like Bob Apodaca has with the Mets.
Yep.
They're two of the best.
They are effective. Foul back. This bullpen of San Diego's now, they have not allowed a run in 17 2/3 innings over 9 games. Brian Bollringer, formerly with the Yankees. Trevor Hoffman, their save man. Dan Maselli out there now. Former Met Randy Myers and Donnie Wall have been the go-to guys in the pen. 2-strike count on Ordonez. Runner on at third is Lenny Harris. One away here in the 7th inning. Ordonez 0 for 2. And Maselli gets the line drive. They won't get the run on that one. Sweeney 2 down. Well, Lenny Harris remains at third.
Number 15, first baseman, Matt Franco.
Matt Franco is hitting in the number 9 spot in the 3 changes that were made by Bobby Valentine when Hideo Nomo came out of the ball game. So Franco will get his first at bat here. Runner at third, 2 away. Matt's gone 12 for 43 as a pinch hitter. This, of course, is not a pinch hitting role. He and Lenny Harris, with the 12 pinch hits, are tied for third in the majors in pinch hits. Oh, 1 count on Franco. Maselli trying to get out of the inning without allowing another run in here. McRae led the inning off with a home run off Stan Spencer. 0-2. Boy, did he bury that one down.
That's that slider. Pardon me. That's that slider that not only has movement parallel to the ground, but down into the ground. It serves 2 purposes. It slides and sinks. Nasty.
2-strike count with 2 away. One thing the pitchers talk about in talking about Dave Stewart, their pitching coach, one, he has great confidence and demands things of them. I mean, he is not an easy guy as a coach. He doesn't care if you like him or not. He didn't when he played. He wants to win.
And he struggled in the early part of his career and then became a great pitcher.
And Matt Franco comes through with a base hit. That will score Lenny Harris. 2 runs in the inning. And the Mets keep creeping away here. It's now a 6-3 game.
Remember the Baltimore Colts? When they were in Baltimore, they had a running back named Tom Matty. And Tom Matty was a quarterback. He was even a quarterback in a big game back in the early 60s. And Matt Franco reminds me of a guy like Tom Matty. He finds a way to get a base hit. And with that tough 2-strike, ball going down, a similar pitch that made it 2 strikes, he singles. Finds a way. Talk about a guy who fights his way on base. That's Matt Franco.
And another base hit. Jay Payton. His first at bat in the call up here. Payton in the leadoff spot. Delivers a single off Maselli, and the Mets have 2 on and 2 down.
Look at this and look at that. We mentioned how this ball club comes back. There's Jay Payton, who wants the ball on the first pitch he saw. Here in '98, he singles. He'll remember that forever.
He was with the Mets earlier this year, but never got in a game, so this is his first hit in the major leagues.
So the Mets with 2 in, 2 on, and 2 down. And Edgardo Alfonso represents the potential tying run, and he's already delivered his 14th home run in the 6th inning, 1 for 3. So Jay Payton keeps the inning alive, along with Matt Franco, got his 11th RBI. And in these situations, he's number 1 for the Mets. That slider's down and away this time, a 2-0 count on Alfonso. The 3-run score charged to the starter, Stan Spencer. His line is now complete. And the fastball, that misses down low. And it's a 3-0 count. All of a sudden, the complexion of this game changing.
And John Olerud's not in there.
Olerud came out with Matt Franco taking his place. Inside, not even close. And he walked him on 4 pitches. And the Mets have loaded the bases here in the 7th inning with 2 away. George Fabregas will be the pinch hitter for the pitcher, Mel Rojas, who is hitting in the number 3 spot. And the crowd is buzzing, and well, they should be.
Fabregas has been announced. Dave Stewart out to talk to Michelli. Randy Myers is up and throwing for the Padres. And I don't think Dave Stewart will make a move here. Usually Bruce Bochy's the guy who makes the move, so he's out to talk to Michelli. And anyway, I wouldn't bring the left-hander in here because you got Butch Husky, who was activated, and Butch a much greater home run threat than Fabregas. You might say John Olerud not in there, but Matt Franco would have been in there as the pinch hitter for the pitcher who would have batted 9th. So Matt's already in the ball game. He would have been the pinch hitter, and then the Mets, of course, could have had John Franco batting, and John probably would have batted against the left-hander. But certainly this is this calls into question taking Olerud out of the game 2 innings ago.
6-3 ball game. Each team with 7 hits. Fabregas is 2 for 3 against Stan Michelli, the pitcher. And Fabregas gets the opportunity here with 2 down as the Mets have the bases loaded. And the pitch on the outside corner for a strike. Fabregas took a long look at that one. 1 for 12 as a pinch hitter.
Of course, with the 40-man roster open now and the Mets with extra players, you can make a lot more moves.
Gives the manager a lot more options. With 5 players, 2 position players, 3 pitchers, having been called up and joining the team today in San Diego.
Yeah, it's pretty clear that the Mets kind of wish, and Bobby Valentine kind of wishes right now that this were August, and he didn't have those players to make the move because John Olerud would have been the batter in this position, in this situation.
And Olerud leading the major leagues in hitting.
Of course, in fairness now, Jay Payton is one of the guys who's responsible for getting on also in this inning, and he was inserted into left field. Matt Franco would have been the pinch hitter, one would have to assume.
First major league at bat. It's a hit for Jay Payton.
First pitch.
1 ball, 2 strike count on Fabregas. Dan Michelli's pitch reached for and fouled off. Count remains at 1 ball and 2 strikes on Fabregas. The 8th man up this inning. All started with a home run by Brian McRae. The double by Harris following him got Stan Spencer, the starter, out. And Michelli, with 2 down, has been touched up for 2 singles and a walk, all with 2 away.
And one more part of the equation, the on-deck batter, as Mike Piazza.
And Maselli 1-2 delivery. Grounded down to first foul. There is Piazza waiting on deck. The Mets mounting yet another comeback. See how far it goes. It's the 7th. They've got themselves within striking distance right here, and certainly within striking distance with at least a couple of more at-bats come their way in other innings. Fabregas fighting it off. 1 and 2. Franco delivered a single at third. Jay Payton a single at second. And the walk to Edgardo Alfonso at first. Good speed on the base pass for the Mets, and George Fabregas in a big moment in this game. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Fabregas. He's got a base hit. That'll score 2 runs. Throw coming to the plate by Rivera comes through, not in time, and the Mets have made this a 1-run game. Franco and Payton score. Fabregas delivers his second pinch hit as a Met. 2 RBIs, 6-5.
It all started so innocently. 3 guys who did not start this game have delivered in this inning. First Matt Franco, and then Jay Payton, and now George Fabregas. Huge hit right here. All the scoring has come in this inning with 2 outs.
Fabregas on the year, 20 RBIs.
All the scoring with the exception of Brian McRae's leadoff home run.
Still 2 down. Now Piazza with a potential tying run at second base. 2 on, 2 outs.
And remember, Maselli had not given up a run since July the 11th. 20 straight relief appearances without the opposition scoring. That's unbelievable.
And the bullpen hadn't given up a run in 9 games.
Right.
17+ innings. In the dirt. Good stop made by Hernandez. Alfonso stays at second base. A 1-ball, 1-strike count on Mike Piazza. What a big hit for Fabregas and for the Mets, who now have out-hit the Padres 8-7. Piazza 2 for 5 against Dan Maselli in his career. Mets have won more 1-run games than anyone else in the National League, 29. They're down by 1 here, and Maselli's put the last 2 in the dirt. 2-ball, 1-strike count on Piazza.
Padres counting their money at the table before this half inning. Mets don't fold that easily, however, do they?
Don't want to do that when you're playing the Mets. Mets have won 12 games where they've trailed after 6. Piazza, deep right field, way back, goodbye home run, a 3-run shot, and the New York Mets have taken the lead, 8-6. Yes, we can.
The biggest hit this year, in my opinion, was the 3-run double on August 18th. The pinch hit double by Mike Piazza. The second biggest hit is this one. A 3-run home run by Piazza to put the Mets ahead for the first time in this game. Classic Piazza stroke the other way, no doubt about it. Awesome.
27 home runs on the year for Mike Piazza, who continues this sensational road trip Pitching change. Randy Myers coming after this from Toyota.
Got a minute?
I got a fish.
Well, Toyota's National Clearance Event is here. And it's time to get great values on a huge selection of 1998 Toyotas. Like the legendary 4Runner, named the best overall value in its class. And RAV4, with one of the lowest maintenance costs in its class. So take time to catch the values at Toyota's National Clearance Event. Now at your Toyota dealer.
My mind is less fuzzy.
Here's what real people think about Ginkgoba.
Ginkgoba has given me a sharpness and an alertness that I didn't have before.
I felt a remarkable difference.
Talked to my doctor about Ginkgoba. He said, take it, it will help your memory.
Clinical evidence shows the natural supplement Ginkgoba safely increases the flow of oxygen to the brain, sharpening concentration, mental focus, even helping to improve your memory.
Ginkgoba has helped me to think better.
I think Ginkgoba's helped clear my mind. It's just cleared the cobwebs out.
Think better. Think Ginkgoba.
Interested in great value? Check out the Elantra. Road and Track also wrote the Elantra's a great bargain for the money. And during the Hyundai Real Sale, you could get this popular wagon with dual airbags and stereo cassette for as little as $9,899. But you better hurry down to your Hyundai dealer because these deals are going real quick. You could get the Elantra wagon for just $9,899 during the Hyundai Real Sale.
Mike Piazza with his 27th home run. Randy Myers is now on in relief and a 2-strike count on Brian McRae. This road trip, Piazza's hitting over 600, 4 home runs and 11 RBIs in the 8 games on this trip so far, with 1 more left.
Mike Piazza can reach it. He's going to hit it hard. That's been his pattern for the last 5 weeks.
Fastball up and away, and it's gone goodbye. 3-run home run, and here's the reaction of Spencer, who was winning in this ball game when he was taken out. And the fans.
I love that shot.
All right.
I love that.
Oh, great shots.
Well, this crowd had been exuberant until that home run, and now quieted down.
The Mets have an 8-6 lead. Randy Myers, and that will stay up, hauled in by Rivera. But the Mets send 10 batters to the plate. Here in the 7th inning, they come away with 7 runs, including home runs picked up by McRae and a 3-run homer by Piazza. Back after this from Cadillac.
Splendid looking Lexus. Thanks. Like my new Seville, no doubt, a technological marvel, blessed with the control of the world's most renowned driving system. System? Nope, that's right. You don't have the North Star system.
The all-new Seville, with all the power and control of the North Star system, now just $549 a month. It's not just new, it's what's next.
Do I want to know how much? No, it would break your heart.
The all-new Seville, it's what's next.
Having fun yet? Then get to Nobody Beats the Wiz for our Labor Day sale. Buy the fun stuff you want and get more fun stuff, like special offers, tickets to games, Madison Square Garden, Radio City Music Hall with select purchases. See newspaper for details. Nobody Beats the Wiz, a Cablevision company.
News Radio, weeknights this fall on UPN 9.
I believe in wins.
Show up at Shea on Sunday, September 6th for Backpack Day, sponsored by the new 1999 Mercury Cougar. All kids will get a free backpack, perfect for back to school.
What a bonus.
Be here when the Mets battle the Atlanta Braves. For tickets, call 718-507-TIXX. That's 718-507-TIXX.
ship with priority mail. It's a great way to save money. But what about other parts of the world? There's global priority mail. And here's the best part. Give us a few days more, and you can save up to 70% over FedEx or UPS. So, what's your global priority? Try Global Priority Mail from the U.S. Postal Service.
The Mets with a huge 7-run 7th inning now have an 8-6 lead. Turk Wendell has come out of the bullpen to face Greg Vaughn, who's had 2 home runs in 3 at-bats. Mel Rojas is now the pitcher of record for the Mets.
And the numbers for Wendell, 4-0. He has 2 saves and has pitched well of late, very well.
He worked in the ball game last night against L.A. an inning, giving up 1 hit, 1 walk, but no runs off him. Turk Wendell comes on here in the bottom half of the 7th inning as the 4th pitcher. Mel Rojas worked an inning, gave up a run on 2 hits and struck out 1. Nomo, Beltran, Rojas, and Wendell. 1 ball, 2 strike count on Greg Vaughn.
Wendell's repertoire is 1 pitch, a slider. He has thrown 3 to Greg Vaughn.
Keeps the sign simple. 1-2 delivery, and Vaughn, he's got a base hit even through the shift. So Greg Vaughn, a single, 3 for 4, leadoff single here in the 7th inning, the 8th hit for the Padres.
Well, on the 4th slider, a base hit, and this ball hit hard along with his 2 home runs.
You can see you can see whenever a catcher is sitting outside and he has to move to his left, however, that gives a batter that strong a chance to get to it. You saw it with Piazza when he hit the home run. Watch Piazza move back to his left. You don't catch those.
Steve Finley takes ball 1. Middle part of this order, generally Caminiti, Vaughn, and Finley. Looking at the totals they have put up on the season, 83 home runs and 242 RBIs coming into this ball game for the middle 3. What amazed me was the Mets middle 3's not that far behind in RBIs. Our nobody beats the Wiz out of town scoreboard. McGuire had 2. He's got 57. The Mets in the middle of the order have 236 RBIs to the Padres 242. 20 fewer home runs. Finley's hitting at 243. 0 for 2 and a walk, and he rifles it foul.
So the Cubs win their game. The Giants are losing their game 5-2 in the 6th inning. Toyota American League scoreboard.
So the Mets need a win to stay tied with the Cubs in the wild card race. If both Chicago, which has one, and the Mets win, then the Giants would drop 3 behind those 2 teams. But neither of those games over yet. Certainly this one isn't the way it's going. Finley fouls it off with a big cut. 1 ball, 2 strikes against Turk Wendell. So Dan Masilli, who Timmy was talking about, in 2/3 of an inning gave up 5 runs on 4 hits with 1 walk and no strikeouts. As Timmy noted, he had come into the ball game not allowing a run in 20 1/3 innings, 20 appearances. 1 ball, 2 strike count on Steve Finley. Deep! Oh, mercy! Goodbye home run! This game is tied! Steve Finley!
That looked to me like a backup slider or a fastball that didn't move. It looked like a backup slider.
Flattened out.
Just crushed.
Just a flat, little, tiny fastball slider backed up. It was gone.
Each team now with 8 runs on 9 hits. Finley delivers the home run to tie this ball game up here in the bottom half of the 7th inning off Turk Wendell. 58 RBIs for Finley now with a dozen homers. What a ball game this has turned out to be after it looked like it was going to be a fairly easy Padre romp. Not to be. 8-8. Bounces away. Mark Sweeney. And a 2-1 count on Sweeney. Here is Finley, who had gone 0 for 2 and 2 hits in his last 23 at-bats before that home run. Well, take a deep breath and hang on. 2-1 delivery by Turk Wendell. Slider missed inside, 3-1.
And we realize it is 12:30 a.m. in New York, but you're going to be a fan, you got to do like the players do. Sleep in November.
And he walked him. Turk Wendell's given up only 4 home runs on the year. That one by Finley unnerving him a bit, and Sweeney comes right back and gets a walk. Still nobody out. Carlos Hernandez coming up. Bob Apodaca coming out. Well, here we are, 8-8 in the 7th inning. Tony Gwynn has been taken out of the ball game after he went 3 for 3, coming back after missing 18. When the Mets were behind 5-1, out came Tony Phillips, out came John Olerud for the Mets.
Tony Gwynn, I think the reasoning behind that was more because he had 4 at-bats and his Achilles heel. He was on the disabled list for 18 days. This year in a situation right here where you probably are going to see the bunt from Hernandez.
Potential go-ahead run is on at first base with nobody out. Hernandez does not have a sacrifice this year. Didn't show bunt. Took it up high. Ball 1. He will step out and see whether or not they want to put it on here.
You do have the bottom of the order up, and normally you wouldn't bunt for the 8th place hitter and the pitcher, but Gomez has been hot. 11 in a row he has hit in, and you're going to have a pinch hitter for Randy Myers.
Runner goes, and the ball to right field. Hauled in by Lenny Harris. Hernandez retired, and Sweeney goes back to first base. So a hit and run on that time. 1 down. Tim Flannery, third base coach.
I think there's some times where you have to play the game straight up, and I think Hernandez should be bunting in that situation. But, you know, when you've seen so much power exhibited by both clubs, I would imagine it's tough for any manager to put the bunt on, because you figure everybody's got a chance to pop the ball out of the ballpark.
Well, the other thing, too, Tim, is the fact that the bullpen for the Padres is tremendous. And if the Padres go into the 9th inning with a lead, they are invincible.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what they said when Dan Miceli came in the ballpark.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, this bullpen's been unbelievable, and Miceli hadn't given up a run since July 11th, and boom, 5 tonight. It is a weird ball game.
Throw over to first. Sweeney back. Matt Franco playing at first now. Gomez, 2 doubles and 3 at-bats. Turk Wendell wanting to keep Sweeney, who is not a fast runner, fairly close at first base. Sweeney is playing for Wally Joyner, who'd been out 4 games with a bruised left shoulder. There's Randy Myers. He's not going to hit.
He'd like to.
Always.
He hadn't hit in years, though.
No.
He didn't hit the league, but he wants to hit.
1-0 count. Breaking ball, and it missed. 2 balls and no strikes on Gomez. Joyner came back and played last night after missing 4, then didn't start tonight against Nomo because Sweeney had good numbers against Hideo Nomo, and they wanted to rest Joyner's shoulder.
I'll tell you, if Gomez does make an out, I could see Randy Myers hitting because of the hitters the Mets have coming up. You've got Lenny Harris, Carlos Baerga, and Ray Ordonez. So maybe Bruce Bochy will keep him in the ball game.
No chance on that one. Foul tip, just barely caught the end of the bat. 2-1.
Nope, no chance now for Randy Myers to hit either. John Vanderwall, who was just obtained from the Rockies by the Padres, being there, but Randy's still with his helmet on.
He doesn't give up.
He says, they might still make me hit.
And I might
let me hit.
He's probably trying to fool the Mets into thinking he
probably a decoy, right.
2-1 delivery. Dirk Wendell got that one in on the slider. 2-2. Great to have you with us here. It's been a most interesting ball game. Padres got 3 in the first, another in the third, another in the fourth, and a 5-0 lead before the Mets scored in the 6th inning to make it 5-1. Padres got another right back in the bottom half. And then the Mets got 7 runs in the 7th inning to take an 8-6 lead. And the Padres have come right back with 2 in their half of the 7th. Fouled off. 2 ball, 2 strike count. We've had home runs in this game for the Padres. Vaughn has had 2. Finley has had 1. The New York Mets have used the long ball. Edgardo Alfonzo, Brian McRae, and Mike Piazza. As Timmy said earlier, these homers hit here have not just been home runs, they have been shots out of here. The ball carrying the way it is in this humid weather. 2-2 delivery. That's going to be a base hit in the gap. Sweeney around second base. Got to be chased down. Good cutoff made by Payton, who gets it in. A double, but the run does not score. Sweeney has to stop at third.
What a play by Jay Payton. We mentioned earlier it was a good sign to see Payton throw from the wall all the way into third base. Watch this play.
Another flat slider hit hard into left center, and Payton over to cut it off to save a run at this point. And the throw, a strong throw, so that arm evidently is okay.
So 3 consecutive doubles by Gomez in 4 at-bats. He's got an 11-game hit streak, and he's tearing the hide off it. 2 in scoring position. Dirk Wendell's coming out of the ball game, and the left-hander Dennis Cook coming out of the bullpen for the Mets as they will go to their 5th pitcher of the game. And we'll be back after this from Toyota.
Got a minute?
I got a fish.
Well, Toyota's national clearance event is here, and it's time to get great values on a huge selection of 1998 Toyotas, like the legendary 4Runner, named the best overall value in its class, and RAV4 with one of the lowest maintenance costs in its class. So take time to catch the values at Toyota's national clearance event, now at your Toyota dealer.
Sir, here's today's cellular offer. The first 20 minutes of the first day part are free, with each successive day part 24 cents a minute, except long distance, which reverts back to... Are you with me so far, sir?
No, I'm not.
In the event that you'd like to switch...
Cellular phone offers are not always clear. But ever since Sprint PCS built the only all-digital nationwide network, everything is clear, including the offer.
Hello?
Sprint PCS is now just a dime anytime, including long distance.
Good.
Liz, are you still there, sir? Good. But
Sprint PCS, the clear alternative to cellular.
Splendid-looking Lexus. Thanks. Like my new Seville, no doubt, a technological marvel, blessed with the control of the world's most renowned driving system. system? Nope, that's right. You don't have the North Star system.
The all-new Seville, with all the power and control of the North Star system, now just $549 a month. It's not just new, it's what's next.
Do I want to know how much? No, it would break your heart.
The all-new Seville, it's what's next.
Great to have you with us here at San Diego. Gary Thorne, Ralph Kiner, Tim McIver. Heck of a ball game. 8-8 is the score. And the Mets will go to their left-hander.
Dennis Cook, who has had better success with right-handed batters this year than left-handers, may be glad that Bruce Bochy opted to pinch hit for John Vanderwall, a left-handed batter. He's going to go with the ex-Yankee Jim Leyritz. Leyritz, since leaving New York, has spent time with the Anaheim Angels and then the Boston Red Sox. And here he is, the hero of the 1996 World Series, a 3-run home run against Mark Wohlers of the Braves. And here he is hitting against Dennis Cook.
An 8-8 game, 1 down, 2 runners in scoring position. Jimmy Leyritz has gone 3 for 10 as a pinch hitter, batting .300 overall, with 3 home runs, 16 RBIs, and 110 at-bats.
And 2 for 5 against Cook this year in his career.
Dennis Cook, 1 down, infield moves in. And that hit Leyritz. Leyritz hit on the front leg. Bases loaded.
As importantly for the Mets, and this will happen sometimes, after it hit Leyritz, it hit Mike Piazza. Watch the ricochet right here. Off the foot and into the right knee of Piazza. And Mike continues being smoked behind the plate. Looked like it hit him on the right shoulder. That really is not a bad development for the Mets. Now you do have a play at any base. But I think the Mets infielders will be halfway because Veras is very difficult to double up.
And they are halfway right now, playing for the double play.
A switch hitter, better from this side of the plate where he's hitting .293. Silvio Veras. Bases loaded. 1 down. Strike on the outside corner. 8-8 ball game. Bottom half of the 7th inning. 2 already in for the Padres. And a chance to take the lead back. Steve Finley, a 2-run homer this inning off Turk Wendell. The 0-1 pitch. That missed. 1-1.
Veras is 1 for 3 against Cook in his career.
And does have 1 career grand slam home run. 5 home runs total this year. That's play in at the corner. Back in the middle. Veras takes it high and away. 2 balls and 1 strike. Dennis Cook worked in last night's game, retiring all 3 he faced in an inning, striking out 2. Mark Sweeney, the lead runner, potential go-ahead run on at third base. 2-1 delivery by Cook, and he's behind 3-1 with no place to put Silvio Veras. And what's bothering Cook is he thought that pitch was the same place the first one was. It was called a strike.
Well, here's the last pitch. It could have been low and probably a good call.
3-1 delivery. Veras pops it up, no play. Full count. Only 1 away here. Mark Sweeney, the lead runner, picked up a walk. He got the third on the double by Gomez, who's at second. And Jimmy Leyritz hit by a pitch at first. 3-2, 1 down. Game tied at 8. 3-2 delivery, and he walked in a run, and the Padres lead at 9-8. Gilby O'Veras, 2 RBIs in the game.
Unusual for Dennis Cook to come in a game and hit a batter and then walk a batter. Unusual wildness for a guy who is normally steady in the strike zone.
Bases remain loaded. Ruben Rivera now hitting in Tony Gwynn's spot. This will be his first at bat. He came on as a pinch runner to play right field later. Up high for a ball. A lot of pacing in this game for both managers. Rivera, just a .220 average on the year, only 150 at-bats for San Diego. Bases loaded, 1 out. 1-1.
That backswing of Rivera almost clipped Mike Piazza again. Hey, you talked about it earlier, Gary. You know, he has gone through a string of being smoked in every way possible. Watch the backswing of Ruben Rivera. Mike almost clipped again.
Rivera's hitting .293 off left-handers and .135 off right-handers. Strike to him by Cook. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Does have a grand slam home run. Came on July 17 against Cincinnati. One-two delivery to him. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Cook wanted him to chase one there. Oh, the month of September. How the gray hairs grow. Cook ready, the 2-2 coming. He got him, called out on strikes. Good pitch by Cook. And there are 2 down.
Well, the 2-2 pitch, a fastball on the outside corner. And just about the knees, and that could be a big strikeout there. The Mets need another out badly right here.
Ken Caminiti. Caminiti's gone 0 for 4, striking out once, skying the other 3 times. Has not hit Cook well in his career. In fact, this season, Caminiti's hitting only .243 off left-handers overall. 2 down. Bases loaded. Padres up 9-8 here in the 7th inning.
You may have noticed Dennis Cook whistling to Edgardo Alfonzo saying Fonzie, Fonzie. And a lot of times a left-handed pitcher will get the attention of his third baseman and have a signal with him about how he plans to pitch a particular hitter. And it may be that Cook was telling Alfonzo to play him closer to the line because of the sliders. Then he comes back with a fastball.
Good pitch. Outside corner strike. 0-2 on Caminiti. Caminiti has struck out 91 times in over 390 at-bats this year. A big swinger, long ball, power. Caminiti, a switch hitter, hitting much better from the other side of the plate. He's had 18 home runs left-handed, 9 right-handed. 2-strike count. Cook trying to get out of it. 1-2. A bases-loaded walk. Kilvio Veras has given the Padres the lead, but Cook's got the chance to get out of this thing. With no more damage if he can get Caminiti, the 9th man up this inning. 1-2 delivery. Down low, 2 balls, 2 strikes. So here in the 7th inning combined, we've had 19 batters come to the plate, and 10 runs have been scored by these two teams.
Ten hits.
Mets had a 2-run lead when it started. They're down by 1. 2-2 delivery. Caminiti just got enough to foul that one back. And another piece of Piazza.
The 2-2 count. A big count right here, because if we go to 3-2, the runners will be running with a pitch. This is a great pitch. And Caminiti lucky to foul it off right off the end of the bat.
Well, $2.75 per slice of Piazza. Two balls, 2 strikes. The battle, Cook and Ken Caminiti. It's an atom ball. Payton, he's got it. And that will retire the side. But the Padres pick up 3 runs in their half of the 7th inning batting around, and they're up by 1. Back after this from GMC Trucks.
We think an SUV should be less status symbol and more truck. So you'll find a truck-based steel frame under every Jimmy to give it backbone and make it as solid and true as a GMC truck. And right now, get this solid deal. Buy a Jimmy and get $2,500 cash back during the GMC Summer Sell Down. Your GMC dealer's got plenty of Jimmys on hand. But hurry, because while backbone will always be standard on Jimmy, this great deal won't. Jimmy by GMC.
You guys are in here again? I can't believe this! You're always in here nursing your injuries. I have never seen such a group of cream puffs in my life. This is football. I need guys that can play.
Man, I thought he'd never leave.
For the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light.
Hot dog, anyone?
Hello?
Susan, it's Fred.
Hi. Are we still on for tonight?
Indeed. I have reservations at Chez Joseph.
Really? That place is always booked.
Well, Shay's a personal friend of mine. Pick you up at 7.
Okay. So, do you look as good as you sound?
OmniPoint, 100% digital, 0% hassle. Get $179 Ericsson 388, the latest in digital wireless, for $49.
In the tease tonight, I had the privilege of reading, and the last words were mashing and bashing. And that's what the Mets and Padres have done. That 7th inning, we did not have an official time on it, but it had to last over an hour. 10 runs, 7 by the Mets, 3 by the Padres, and 9 hits, ton of base runners, and Donnie Wall in the ball game, 5-3 on the year.
31-year-old right-hander. And he will work here to Lenny Harris to lead it off. Lenny Harris has doubled and singled in 3 at-bats. 9-10-0 for the Padres. They've left 9 on base. The Mets 8-9-0. They have left only 3. And you just know, even though we're in the 8th inning, there's a long way to go in this ball game. Wall's fastball misses. 2 ball, 1 strike count. Well, let's see if we talk about Wall and jinx him. Part of that bullpen, he has a 186 earned run average in the last 22 outings. Only 6 earned runs off him in the last 29 innings that he has pitched. 2-2 delivery is way inside. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Mets have got to win this game to stay tied in the wild card race with the Cubs, who have won. A strike called on the outside corner. Harris was on his way to first.
Home plate umpire Kerwin Danley has had a wide strike zone all night, and he has been consistent with it. That ball appeared to be outside, but Kerwin thought he caught the front corner. In his opinion, is the only one that counts.
1 down. Carlos Baerga. Baerga is singled in 3 times up. 275 on the year now for Carlos. Wall works in a hurry. Something off that pitch and got it in there, and it's a 1-1 count. Randy Myers now becomes the pitcher of record for the Padres, working to just 1 hitter in the 7th inning to end the inning. Missed inside. The check at third. No. Jeff Kellogg. Two-1 the count. Talked about the expanded roster today. Those of you who follow these things, should the Mets be able to move on postseason, there are fungible moves they can make on their final roster for any playoff appearance. Fouled off outside of third, and no play. A fan reaching up there in the first or second row on Caminiti.
I'll tell you, if a fan reaches out over the stands and interferes with the player, and in the umpire's judgment, the player could have made the play. It's fan interference and the batter's out. Looked like Ken Caminiti, who was missed 20 days earlier in the year with a strained quadricep, could have hurt himself. But see how the fan is leaning out? I guess he's leaning to avoid the play. So good call.
He's trying to get out of the way. Then Caminiti just spun around awkwardly. Baerga's down. Wall, 2 strikeouts. This break of the action ought to be a great time to break for the great taste of Bud Light. A big hit with fans everywhere, because it won't fill you up and never let you down. So make it a Bud Light.
And Wall coming back with a tough pitcher right here. A split finger fastball, and the ball breaking away from Baerga. 2 in a row for Wall.
I think this is a good move right here with Luis Lopez. Normally you wouldn't pinch hit Lopez with 2 out and nobody on, but I think what Bobby is thinking here is that in the 9th inning you're going to be facing Kevin Hoffman. So even though it is a remote chance, much more remote than having Lopez lead off the inning, it's a good move here because you're facing Donnie Wall. Now Donnie Wall is no easy pitcher to face either, but certainly when compared to Hoffman, any stopper in the National League is.
And Franco is the batter behind Lopez in the batting order.
Right.
Not the pitcher.
Well, if Lopez could get a hit, would give the Mets a chance at an inning, even with 2 down. Trevor Hoffman, the save artist, with 44 of them, might have a chance at a new San Diego save record here tonight. We'll see. 1 ball, 1 strike count, 2 down, nobody on. Here in the top half of the 8th inning. Lopez on for Ordonez, who had an 0 for 3. 6 for 32 is the pinch hitter for Luis Lopez.
And a former Padre player.
He and Carlos Baerga were both in the San Diego organization at one time. Inside corner strike. 2-2. Two starters in this game, Nomo and Stan Spencer. Long time ago, non-decisioned in this ball game. 2-2, jammed him and got him. So Donnie Wall comes on and strikes out the side here in the 8th inning, protecting a 1-run lead for San Diego. Bottom of the 8th after this from Amico.
Amico presents Great Moments in Sports. 50 years ago, Zeke McAdoo invented the victory ritual, the cooler dump. In the spirit of this event, Amico is offering this great igloo cooler so you can celebrate life's little victories, like the smooth landing dump, the not-so-awful blind date dump, even the perfect hairdo dump. So hurry to Amico and get your igloo cooler for just $1.99 with 4 fill-ups of Ultimate or Silver. Zeke, this one's for you, buddy.
Ever think about the one, the only Pizza Hut pan, the holder of our favorite pizza? Yeah, we ooh and ah over the bubbling cheese and stuff, but do we ever compliment the pan? Thanks, pan, for making the crust so crispy and chewy. No, the pizza gets all the attention in the pan. Well, it gets washed. In honor of the forgotten pan, Pizza Hut is doing something unforgettable. For a very short time, a Supreme or up to 3 toppings pan pizza's just $8.99. $8.99. Oh, Pizza Hut, the best pizzas under one roof.
No matter how high the thermometer climbs or how sticky the humidity gets, nothing will be hotter this summer than the deals you'll get during Jeep Summer Days. Like a 0-down $279 a month Cherokee lease with only $774 due at signing. With all this, including air conditioning at no extra charge. Or get a great price on Jeep Wrangler. But you'd better hurry in because deals this incredibly hot are bound to cool down fast. Check out this $279 lease at your dealer.
What a ball game. 9-8. Padres on top, but a long way from being over. This copyrighted telecast is authorized under television rights granted by Sterling Doubleday Enterprises solely for the entertainment of our audience. Any publication, reproduction, or use of the pictures, descriptions, and accounts of this game without the express written consent of Sterling Doubleday Enterprises is prohibited. Any commercial or other use of the program, such as by charging admission for its showing, likewise prohibited, partner.
Luis Lopez stays at a shortstop for Ray Ordonez. 9-8 game, bottom half of the 8th inning. Dennis Cook stays on for the Mets. And that one lined to short. Shift was on against Vaughn, and he's out of there in 1 pitch.
Well, I am telling you, you talk about a guy locked in and hitting the ball on the fat part of the bat. Woo.
3 for 5, 2 home runs, a single, and 2 outs, a pop out and a hard line drive.
The hard line drive, and you remember right before he popped out, he hit the ball about 10 feet foul down the left field line out of the ballpark. Man, talking about 5 graded bats tonight.
He is on. Steve Finley. Finley delivered a huge home run, 7th inning. 2-run shot for Finley that tied this ball game up. And then they went ahead on a bases loaded walk. Wouldn't you know it? And a home run where we've had screaming memes all over the place. The go-ahead runs on a bases-loaded walk to Kilvio Veras. One ball, 1 strike count. And Finley fouls that one back, 1-2. We're looking ahead. The Mets in the 9th inning scheduled up. 9-spot Franco, then Peyton, who's hitting leadoff, and Edgardo Alfonso. Finley now at 244 on the year. A lot of at-bats being piled up in this game by both sides. 5th plate appearance for Finley. And fouled off outside of first. Holds the count at a ball and 2 strikes. Timmy mentioned Mark Wohlers half an inning ago. Did you see the numbers in the paper today at Richmond?
No, I didn't.
He has worked 15 games at AAA. His ERA is 18.97. He's thrown 17 wild pitches in 12 1/3 innings.
Sounds like another Steve Blass.
33 walks.
That is a sad, sad story.
It's unbelievable.
Steve Blass, a great pitcher for the Pirates, and then got into a psychology setup where he couldn't get the ball over the plate and was out of baseball.
I mean, Wohlers, it's just, it defies the imagination.
Well, you know what my opinion on that is, that in a game that's so public, it's a problem when you're overly conscientious, when you care too much. And I think that's one of the problems with Mark Wohlers. I was talking to Bruce Bochy about it before the game, as a matter of fact, about caring too much.
Trying too hard.
Yeah, I mean, you care what people think to a fault. You got to have a certain amount of arrogance in baseball and anything to be successful. And with that arrogance is included a devil-may-care attitude of sorts.
Got him on the 2-2, and there are 2 down.
So, some guys have it in different ways. They'll say, hey, this isn't the end of the world. You've seen how guys rationalize that. You have to put that rationalization into effect if you're going to be a good major league player.
Because you got to come back tomorrow.
That's right. I heard John Madden talk about an outside a cornerback one time, and he said he was beaten by Jerry Rice or somebody, and Madden said, you know, this particular cornerback, he's got to forget that. That's part of his job. And believe me, that's so true. With whether you're a pitcher or a hitter or whatever, or a golfer. You know, golfers talk about not being affected by a prior swing. Hitters say you can't be affected by a prior at bat. You just can't care too much, because caring to a fault, in my opinion, is one of Mark Wohlers' problems.
I think it happens more in golf than any other sport.
Yeah.
Because it's all, you can go back and say this incident started the trouble.
Greg Norman at the Masters. How do you explain something like that?
No, there's no way you can.
7-stroke lead the last day to the point where Faldo was winning and felt bad about it.
It was really apologetic about the whole thing.
Shortstop Lopez gets Sweeney. Outstanding play. 1-2-3 inning for Dennis Cook in the 8th. The Mets get a shot at it in the 9th, down by a run. After this from Hancock Tire.
여러분, 우리는 여기서 한국 타이어의 우수성을 직접 증명해야 합니다. 우리는 해냈습니다. 자, 다음 장소로.
Hankook Tires. If you could choose, say, between making a bank transfer and a canoe trip, which would you choose? What might you enjoy most? Selecting the right mutual fund? Or a cup of coffee in St. Mark's Square? Which would you rather do? Go to the bank or to your son's play? Life gives us only so much time. It's important that we spend it on things that we can love and remember. So take the canoe trip. Have that cup of coffee. And go to your son's play. And let us worry about helping to make sure your money is safe and growing. At First Union, it's what we do, so you won't have to.
Well, indeed it is a save situation. And for Trevor Hoffman, a chance to set a new San Diego record if he can pick up his 45th save in this game.
4-1 on the year and 44 saves and 45 opportunities.
The last time that the San Diego Padres had a lead after 8 innings and lost it was back on the 24th of July, over 2 years ago. 1996, when the Houston Astros scored 2 runs off Trevor Hoffman in the 10th inning down in Houston.
Arias has come on to play at third base. Caminiti out of there. Caminiti, we saw, kind of looked like he twisted a knee over there on this play, chasing this ball down. So Arias will come on to take his place at third. Trevor Hoffman, ninth inning, Mets down a run. Strike to Franco. Franco 1 for 1. Singled in his only at bat. The Mets are 29 and 22 in one-run games. Padres 25 and 16. Mets have one more one-run games than anyone else in the league, but they are down in this one here in the ninth, being out hit 10-9. What a seesaw battle this has been. Outside corner strike. Kerwin Danley, as Timmy said, continues to call a wide plate both ways.
Matt Franco saying, I couldn't reach that ball.
Well, you certainly don't want to get kicked out of the game at this point. And the pitch called a strike. And Hoffman back again.
That one bounced out in front, and you know what Franco wanted to say after that pitch hit the dirt on a 55-foot breaking, but he didn't, so he remains in the game. Matt hitting at .295 on the year. Trevor Hoffman. Strike 3 called, and Franco's not going to like that one either. And he's gone. Threw him out. Somebody better come get him. It's September.
Bobby Valentine said, why'd you throw him out?
He cannot argue about the call of the strike.
No, but he can argue why Kerwin Danley kicked Matt Franco out.
Right,
he can't argue about that.
Oh, yeah. That's what he's doing right here.
And he wants Trevor Hoffman to wait.
Yeah, that's not a bad thought.
He's going to stay out there a while.
That's not a bad thought, Gary. I concur.
The last 4 batters of the Mets have been struck out, 3 by Wall, and the first one here in the 9th by Hoffman.
Well, the one thing, and I'm obviously not taking up the umpire or anything like that, but the one thing that makes Trevor Hoffman so difficult is the way he releases the ball, and he can hit that front corner, and then the catcher can catch it outside. He is a front corner to a left-handed batter. That's one of the big reasons for his success. Not saying that ball was a strike, but it was similar to the 1-1 pitch.
Now Franco's got to leave, and he hasn't yet. All this while, Trevor Hoffman's standing and waiting. One down, 9th inning. Padres lead at 9-8. Jay Payton. First major league hit, first major league at bat, first pitch seen.
Well, Hoffman is really working that corner about as well as you can. And Payton a long way from the plate. And that pitch right in the outside corner.
Fans know Hoffman's working on a San Diego record for his 45th save, applauding every swing.
Well, yeah, you look at the arsenal that he's thrown. The fastballs on the outside corner to Matt Franco, close pitches. Now he starts Payton off with a slider and then throws him a splitter. That's just devastating stuff. Payton way out in front.
Great location.
And Payton comes through with a base hit. So he's still hitting 1,000. Mark Payton, 2 for 2 in his first 2 major league at-bats, and not done yet.
And that puts the tying run at first and brings up Alfonso.
What a night this has been. You see the current score. Hits up there now at 10 apiece. Home runs all over the place, 3 each. Players used with the expanded roster up, and a lot of pitches. And Edgardo Alfonso, strike on the inside corner. Alfonso, a home run, 6th inning. Solo shot. Also has drawn a walk, 1 for 3. Butch Husky, who was activated minutes before this game began, on deck. Trevor Hoffman misses, and the crowd settles back. 1 ball, 1 strike. Payton on at first, 1 out. The Mets came back with 7 runs in the 7th inning to take an 8-6 lead. Padres in their half of the 7th got 3 to go up 9-8. Alfonso the tapper. Trevor Hoffman for the San Diego record has got it. 45th save, and the Padres win it.
The way the Padres are playing here at Qualcomm Stadium, they're 49-17 this year. They have most of their games remaining here in this ballpark. And I wouldn't be a bit surprised to see Trevor Hoffman break the all-time record of 57 saves set by Bobby Thigpen several years ago.
The Padres remain 1 win behind Atlanta for the best mark in the National League, and the Mets fall a game behind in the wild card race. Back after this from Bud Light.
Uh-oh, here comes the skipper. Looks like there's going to be some fireworks now.
What are you doing tonight? Helen and I don't have any plans. Great! Smokey and his wife are coming to my house for dinner. Would you like to join us? That'd be great! Great! If I can beat the traffic, I'll pick up some Bud Light! Bud Light! Looks like you're out of here! I'll see you and the wife tonight!
For the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light.
You have a beautiful home here! Well, thank you very much!
My mind is less fuzzy.
Here's what real people think about Ginkgoba.
Ginkgoba has given me a sharpness and an alertness that I didn't have before.
I felt a remarkable difference.
Talked to my doctor about Ginkgoba. He said, take it, it will help your memory.
Clinical evidence shows the natural supplement Ginkgoba safely increases the flow of oxygen to the brain, sharpening concentration, mental focus, even helping to improve your memory.
Ginkgoba has helped me to think better.
I think Ginkgoba's helped clear my mind. It just cleared the cobwebs out.
Think better. Think Ginkgoba.
The following message is brought to you by Cadillac and your local Cadillac dealers. Not just open, wide open, with up to $5,000 in factory-to-dealer cash on the quick and nimble DeVille, up to $4,000 in dealer cash on the one-of-a-kind Eldorado, and incredible lease rates on the luxury and fun of Catera and the power and control of Seville. So don't hold back, because we're open and we mean business. See your Cadillac dealer today.
Send your packages in 2 days with FedEx to lots of different places. You get lots of different prices.
Send your packages in 2 days with UPS to lots of different places. You get lots of different prices.
Send your packages in 2 to 3 days with priority mail to lots of different places. You get the same price. You know, $3.
So, what's your priority? Priority mail from the U.S. Postal Service.
Well, the San Diego Padres win this ball game 9-8 by scoring 3 runs in the 7th inning. The game winner came on a bases-loaded walk to kill the Alvarez.
And the wild card standings, with the Mets losing and the Cubs winning, the Mets are a game back. And up at Candlestick Point, the Giants are losing 8-7 to the Montreal Expos. That game in the bottom of the 8th inning. make that the Giants are winning 8-7 now. So if the Giants win, obviously they will again be 2 games behind the Chicago Cubs. So the Cubs' sole possession of first place in the wild card.
And our Bud play of the game was the second home run of Greg Vaughn. He hit a home run his first time up, and now his second. And this ball out of the ballpark so fast, it was unbelievable. So Vaughn with 2 home runs, and the second home run, the play of the game, setting the tone for the Padre win.
What a ball game to set the tone for September. By the way, folks, Mets Baseball 98 has been brought to you by Gin Coba. Sharpen your concentration with Gin Coba. It's a natural supplement. Think better. Think Gin Coba. Also by Pizza Hut, the home of the Sicilian pizza. And by Ford. Expect more, get more. Visit your tri-state quality Ford store and see why there's more to afford. Folks, be with us again on Sunday when the Mets host the National League East leading Atlanta Braves. Closed captioning of Mets baseball is brought to you by the company you count on wherever life takes you. General Motors, people in motion. This has been a presentation of WWOR-TV UPN 9 Sports. For Gary Thorne, Ralph Kiner, I'm Tim McCarver, and for all our crew here in Southern California, we'll see you on Sunday. The Mets lose a tough one, 9-8 to Trevor Hoffman and the Padres.
News Radio, weeknights this fall.
On April 10th, gave up